to tell you a story. I'm gonna tell you about my town.
They really rock it in Boston.
So was the turnpike from Stockbridge to Boston.
Please come to Boston for the springtime.
He may ride forever neath the streets of Boston. He's the man who never returned. Oh, Boston, you're my home.
You have to experience it for yourself. It's such a wonderful 5 days to be around 6,000 other committed Reformed Jews. It's just such an indescribably wonderful experience.
We have conventions every 2 years. We are required by our Constitution to bring the leaders of all the congregations together to vote on policies for the Reform movement.
Each of us, as delegates from our congregations, have an opportunity to vote on the statements of principle that guide our movement.
How should I know? I'm not a lawyer.
New York City, Bethlehem, the People's Temple.
Con Mike 3.
And the title,
not for the reasons that the gentleman already spoke.
Part 5 is inconsistent with the rest of the document.
Cautioning not to discriminate. I don't think that's strong enough as a group that's been constant.
It is my pleasure to present to you the nominees, the at-large nominees for the UAHC Board of Trustees.
But I think the key pieces of this convention that the delegates value are the over 200 workshops where they can meet with their counterparts and learn what's going on around the country and come back with dozens and dozens of new ideas for their synagogues. And they attend these in droves.
Workshops have been great. No, there's really a lot of information that I can take back to our committees that I work on.
I just came out of a very inspiring workshop.
And what I get out of it is really ideas on how to manage the temple.
It's been incredible. I've done sessions related to committee work that I do, and academic sessions, and just connecting with people.
There's an acquired wisdom in the 900 congregations of the movement. People are sharing their expertise, their success stories from different congregations so that 40 or 50 or 100 other congregations can learn of those success stories and try to implement them in their own congregations.
I got volumes of notes.
And I learned a lot about how to get new members and keep them, and gave me a lot of ideas for programming when I go back.
There are probably 1,000 people more here than we've ever had at a convention before. And we have 10% of our delegates are under the age of 25. That's 600 delegates that we've never seen at a UAHC Biennial before. It shows physically the Reform movement's commitment to the future.
I really think so. I feel very welcome from all the adults, and I think they've done a really good job to include us in the whole program.
Thank God for you and the Reform movement for what you're doing for our people. Look at this. Just stand up and look at this. And I applaud all of you. You are amazing.
We create a community of 5,000 to 6,000 people when we come together in this convention hall.
The Director of Women of Reform Judaism.
Conventions, conferences, educational efforts in America.
We woke up and we realized that maybe if and when there will be peace here in this region, it will be at best a no war peace, but definitely no make love one.
I think the Schindler last night remembrance was very powerful. To see a great man like that remembered in such a way that could touch, the 5,000 people that were there.
We must cherish and keep that one.
To remember Alex Schindler as not just as a Jewish leader, but as a friend, a passionate person, put a human side to the public figure that I found very moving.
On Alex's final day in the office before his retirement, I went up to see him to say goodbye. He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Eric, change everything."
The Eisendrath Bearer of Light Awards.
the highest honor the UAHC can bestow.
I was enormously moved by a couple of the plenary sessions. I was moved by the award given to Deborah Lipstadt.
When we honored the firefighters of the city of New York, it was a love fest that I haven't seen in America in years. There were tears, there was real honest emotion. It was a very beautiful, powerful moment.
On behalf of the New York City Fire Department and their families, loved ones, I thank you.
Historic Torah scroll, once used by Rabbi Isaac Mayer Wise, the founder of American Reform Judaism, was presented to President John F. Kennedy.
The Torah you gave to President Kennedy 40 years ago is a magnificent symbol of our shared dedication to its values.
For this Shabbat, the Kennedy family personally returns this historic Torah to the care of our magnificent Convention of Reformed Jews.
Today with the Kennedy family and the Torah was so special to all of us.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the deep honor that you have provided every member of the Kennedy family.
There were people literally with tears in their eyes.
Once more, loving hands will open that Torah and read with devotion its words.
And you sit with 5,000 other Jews saying the prayers that we've said for centuries and centuries already. There's a marvelous connection, kind of a rebirth.
Oh, it was magical. It was really very meaningful for me.
They were spectacular, really fun. I mean, to be in a room with that many Jews singing and knowing what the hell they're singing.
Anyone who has never experienced the Shabbat service at a biennial is missing the treat of a lifetime.
I've gotten a tremendous amount out of it. I thought the presidential sermon today was fabulous.
We were reminded once again that the defining character of a synagogue is not its size or its budget, but whether it provides direction and meaning for those who feel helpless in the face of tragedy and death. We were reminded that our synagogues thrive because they provide us with an anchor of stability. They take the abstract ideals of Torah and turn them into tangible relationships of community and Jewish fellowship.
Everything is very spiritual here, and it's uplifting.
This morning at 7:30 in the morning, we had over 1,000 people in the building attending daily worship services. And last night at midnight, we had over 1,000 people still in late-night entertainment sessions. There are different parts of the convention that turn on different people.
Now they know that they
It's not a vacation coming here. It's not relaxing coming here, but it's really enriching. It's great.
Biennial has been a really incredible experience for me.
I think every Reformed Jew should experience Biennial at least once.
I think it's great. It's absolutely great. It's much more than I expected it to be. It's camp for adults. The women and the water and the hope that's in the well. Oh, the water in the well and the healing in the well. The women and the water and the hope that's in the well.
Really, really enjoyed it.
It's been great.
It's just been fabulous.
Anger not tear us apart.
grade in our Temple school, and I can't wait to see those kids again. That's how renewed I feel.
We've spent a good amount of time conspiring how we're going to get more of our people to come with us next time.
Based on my experience here in Boston, I look forward to going to the next one in Minneapolis. 2 years will hopefully go by very quickly so I can get there.
This city is unbelievable, and these delegates triumphed over despair and fatigue and weariness and terrorism. We said yes to being Jewish, to being American, to being alive, and to face the future with bravery. Thank you very, very much.